Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So it seems like that Spark just woke up, as you can see here. Now it's up from like 2.9 cent, which is basically like 2x from here, and it actually ended up going up like 175%. So let's have a look at it and see what is happening with this coin. Now I did cover this coin when it came out. Basically I think it was around 4.4 cent or something like that, something like 4 cents, so I thought I should cover it again. Now the reason it's going up, so let's have a look at it. So if you are interested in price action only, you can just go to the end. Now one of the reasons why I think the coin may be going up could be this. So basically the Sky O slash MakerDAO, I actually ended up posting that Spark alone is generating $226 million in estimated annual revenue for the Sky protocol. Of course, this is a big one. So the biggest revenue generator, you can say, is the Spark for the Sky or the MakerDAO, and they also had this. So basically, where they have where you can basically supply stable yield. You hold USDS on Pendle and points. You stake Spark or SPK Coin, you earn more SPK. So this is all it has, you can say, and it is really big one. So if we just look at its TVL, as of now it is the sixth biggest DeFi platform or protocol if we look at by the TVL, and it is really massive one. Now if we just go and look at their products, they have basically savings where you earn savings on the stable coins. They have Spark Land as well. You basically provide USDC and DAI centric money markets. They also have Spark liquidity layer as well. So now if we look more in depth on their stats, this is how it looks like. This is the asset allocation. It just hit new all-time high, and it also started to go up. So it started to recover from July 12th, and if we just look at the price of the token, that is exactly when the token was trading around here, and after that it actually ended up hitting new low, and after that it started to recover. Now if we look at the APY has started to improve as well. So I think the APY does depend on the raw market. If the market is in the bull season, it tends to go down, I think, because of the number of token staked. I think that's how it works. Anyways, now this is how it looks like. So most of the assets are basically distributed in Spark Land, followed by Morpho, BlackRock, Athena, Maple, and others. If we look at the total revenue generated by their layer, which is called Spark Liquidity Layer, it is basically going up. As of now, it's at 205 million, which is a lot. And in just last month, as you can see, it went from 191 to as high as 205. So I would say that's a lot. And this is projected in annual revenue, which is also a pretty big one. Now if we talk about the savings, which is basically where you basically provide stable tokens, and the total assets in savings have gone down. I think this is understandable because most of the capital is being injected into the market and it usually goes up when the market is going down. So basically when investors take profit and they put it into the savings, and as of now it seems like that they are injecting that capital back into the altcoins or even the Bitcoin. Now this is how it looks like. And if we look at the Spark Land, which is basically their lending platform, it is going up, so that's pretty good as well, followed by SPK Token, which is their SPK token. And if you look at the number of SPK coin is staked, it is going up. So I would say that's overall pretty good, pretty bullish for the token. So it went up from 97 million from July 15th and to 121 in just like you can say in just like 7 days. So that's like 21 more SPK coin is staked, so that means there's a pretty good demand for it, so I would say that's pretty good overall. Now if we talk about the token itself, the token is basically used for the governance as well as used for the staking, and it basically users can control various things, I think, through the governance. So I would say that's pretty good for the token as it has a massive TVL. So there will be probably a lot of you can say player that may want to control the Spark ecosystem. Now if we talk about the staking, it may also be used to validate and secure products and services in the Spark ecosystem in the future, I think. Now there is something that you should know. So it has a max supply of 10 billion. However, it can also be changed if the sky wants to, so that is something you should know. So 10 billion SPK tokens were minted at the genesis. As you can see, 35% of the SPK tokens were allocated to the Spark ecosystem. To support the growth of the Spark, the Sky ecosystem will receive 65% of the Genesis tokens, which Sky will distribute it through 10 years SPK farming campaign. So that's something you should know. And Sky retains the ability to mint additional tokens under the extreme circumstances to cover bad debt. So that is something that can happen in the future. So that is something you should know. After that, this is how it looks like, and this is how the distribution looks like. So basically, if I try to open this, so by 2030 the supply will reach as high as like 7.5 billion, and there is also a big cliff. I think it's in 2027 or 7 years, and by 2026 the supply will reach as high as 2.5 billion. So that means that's like 1.5 billion supply increase. So the supply increase is pretty aggressive, you can say, about this coin. So that is something you should absolutely know. Now let's talk about the token. As of now, as we are in the alt season, and this is basically the 6th biggest DeFi platform, I think the people just realized that it is the biggest one, so it's getting this massive treatment, I would say. Now again, if we look at the rest of the tokens that are the biggest one, all of them are mostly above 200 million, I would say, or around 300 million market cap. And if you look at the SPK, it's around 67. So I think it still has a pretty good room to grow. So it is unclear how the token will look like in 2 to 3 years, because the supply release is going to be pretty significant one. So that is something it could actually cause a problem for the token in the long term. But as for now, I think it just hit a new all-time high around 8.5 cents. So as of now, it seems like that is the resistance that it seems to be rejecting from. So if it does go above 8.5, and if it does rejects around here, it could actually go back to like 77 cent, or even like 5.1 is a possibility. But as for the price itself, if it does breaks 8.5, there is no way to know where the coin could be headed after that. It can go as high as 50 cent, or even like 25 cent is a possibility, because the market cap is just not on 9. If we look at the market cap, and if we look at its TVL, both of them do not even match closely. So if it tries to match the TVL of its protocol, let's just say that it goes as high as 300 million or even 200 million, that means the SPK price could basically 3x or even 4x from here. So again, let's see what happens. But as of now, if you are interested in this coin, I think it is better to wait it till it retests around 5 cent, or even I would say 4.9. that seems to be the pretty good entry point, or even 4.4 also is a possibility, because if you look here, it actually did exactly the same. It actually ended up hitting 4 cent. Out of that, it surged like up to 5.1, and it has done that in the past. So I think I'm expecting a retest around 5.1 or 5 cent. After that it could actually go, but we'll have to wait and see about that. And when it comes to, if we just use the fib retracement tool, I think we can expect a retest around 4 cent, or even again the 5 cent again seems to be the pretty good point for the entry if I plan to get into this coin. You can take a bit of a risk if you want to, around 5.6, but I think eventually it could actually go as low as 5 cent, or even 4 cent is a possibility. And if it does continues to go up, and if it breaks its resistance around 8.5, it could be heading towards like 25 cent or even higher than that. Anyways, this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back more. Thanks for watching.